Medical Detection Dogs is a charity that trains dogs to detect human disease by characteristic odours. We have two distinct arms to our charity. The first, the cancer and biodetection side, is where dogs are trained to detect human disease by its odour, but the samples come to the dogs, so dogs are not actively screening people. The medical assistance dog arm is like a guide dog programme. Dogs are trained to work and live alongside people who are suffering life-threatening conditions. The dogs are trained to give an early warning of life-threatening acute events by a characteristic change in odour. Medical Detection Dogs is providing a bedbug service. Because of the success of our medical assistance dogs, we have a huge waiting list and our demand far outweighs our ability to train dogs. We're therefore looking at ways of developing our specialism in order to bring revenue into the charity so that we can train dogs for people more quickly. We realise that bedbugs are a growing problem and believe that this is an area where our expertise could be very well applied. Commercial premises lose money through the closing of rooms or areas in buildings, and of course there's the big problem of damaged reputation and brand. Bedbugs are nocturnal. They feed on our blood at night. They can be extremely difficult to see during the day because they hide in crevices and cracks, in walls, floors and in bits of furniture. A dog, with its keen sense of smell, up to 1 million times better than ours, can come into these areas and locate them very accurately and reliably, often in a matter of minutes. So how does this work in practice? We take our trained dogs into a premises and conduct a thorough search. If the dog's alert in particular areas, we would conduct a visual search to validate the findings. We have a very high level of accuracy. Dogs work much more quickly than humans, and we would always work 2 dogs. If we have an indication from the first dog, we would always bring a second dog in to validate the findings. If bedbugs are identified, a reputable pest control company should then be engaged by the client to deal with the specific areas identified. Here's Lizzie at work. As you can see, she's able to investigate small crevices and furniture and parts of the bed very quickly. If Lizzie detects bedbugs in an area, she gives a very clear alert. This tells her handler that bedbugs are present. The handler is then able to search in the area she has indicated. In this example, you will see that Lizzie has efficiently identified the correct position of the bedbugs. For doing a good job, Lizzie is then rewarded. Our clients fall into 3 categories. Firstly, the dogs may be called in to identify whether somebody does indeed have a problem and to locate the area where their problem has arisen. This would normally be in the case of early infestation. Our second service is a contract service, where we are called in on a regular basis to screen a premises as part of due diligence. This is to ensure that an early infestation hasn't begun. Our third service is where the dogs are called in post a heavy infestation. Here the dogs are used to indicate whether the infestation has been dealt with effectively and whether there may be any re-emergence of the problem. So how do we train our dogs? Our dogs are taught to work on a carousel. On each arm of this carousel will be placed either a different insect, some bedbug contamination, or live bedbugs. The dogs are trained to indicate just the live bedbugs or bedbug eggs. So this is Midas working on the carousel, and this is where she learned to detect bedbugs. You can see she sniffs each pot in turn, but only gives an alert on the pot that contains live bedbugs. After she's indicated, she's given a click and a reward. And of course for Midas, this is a great game. We take our work very seriously and always ensure that there is scientific backup to any work that we do. Our bedbug detection dogs are trained in the same rigorous manner as our assistance and biodetection dogs. We have no vested interest into whether we indicate bugs or not, and therefore our service is completely independent. Anybody that uses our services can be secure in the knowledge that not only will their problem be easily and quickly identified by our bedbug detector dogs, but also know that they are helping support a charity that is saving lives.